everyone, welcome to another video. So today what we're going to be doing is breaking down Bruno Mars into those key concepts and context, just as we did for Taylor Swift in the previous video. Remember that I study and teach Taylor Swift and Bruno Mars to my students, so I'm likely to be more confident with these videos, less confident with the other artists that you may be studying, but I am still going to do videos on those for you, so hopefully you will find those useful. And this video will look at the key concepts and context for the artist as a whole, not just that video that you have to study for component 2. So in terms of Bruno Mars then, in terms of the language which is applicable predominantly to the Uptown video, we see Bruno Mars being confident, it's all about power and wealth, and he is also very playful and cheeky towards the women and also the camera itself. Now one of the things in this video that is quite interesting, and you'll see in the full case study that I've made for the video, is that there are different camera shots and styles that are used throughout which are designed to create different effects. Now in terms of the industry, this is a feature track between Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson, and although Ronson owns the track, Mars appears to be more dominant, and you can find out more information about that in the video that I've made on feature artists and feature tracks. The video itself also features Bruno Mars's band, the Hooligans, but in 2017 both Ronson and Mars were sued over copyright for the song, which is also in the feature track video. Now in terms of our audience, we're looking at a primary audience of 18 to 30-year-old men who would be C1 to D. There'd be a mixture of mainstreamers and aspirers because people are more likely to look up to Bruno Mars, as you'll see in terms of representation. In terms of our secondary audience, we're looking at a slightly older male demographic, B to D, who are already succeeders but may also fit into that mainstreamer section of society. Now in terms of representation, we get subverted expectations throughout. Mars and the Hooligans are shown to be dominant and even have some role reversal within the video as a whole. But the idea of wealth and power appears to be the main focus of the video, and also of Bruno Mars's representation. He is all about looking wealthy and powerful and dominant. And if you want more information on that, you can have a look at the Star Persona video where I break down a little bit more Bruno Mars's star persona and representation. Now in terms of our social context, Bruno Mars has got experience both as a producer and an artist, whereas Mark Ronson appears to have more experience as a producer and DJ, and this might be why we have him in the background compared to Bruno Mars being more dominant. Socially, this video happened at a time when wealth and status were considered more important and also more apparent within the video, and despite the fact that at the time of release there was a move towards feminism, the only women that we see in the video are overly sexualized and also don't have an identity, which is something that goes against what was happening in society at the time. Now culturally, the track links back to Bruno Mars's roots. It fits into the pop, funk, R&B and also Motown genres which he grew up with. And it could be argued that different races have been subverted here. Ronson is the dominant artist on the track but not in the video, and we also see some elements with the shoe shine sort of employees where we would expect that role to be reversed, but it isn't. Now historically, both Mars and the Hooligans have been together since the beginning of his career, so it makes sense that they would feature in the video, but they do feature quite centrally in the video. And Mars has also transitioned from being calm and laid back at the beginning of his career to being more concerned with wealth and status. Politically speaking, he's quite quiet and he doesn't push his viewpoint onto his audience as much as other artists such as Taylor Swift, who we looked at in the other video. Now the track itself was also created during Barack Obama's time in office, and politics really doesn't affect the video or the artist too much here, but it is useful information to know because it might be that you can draw more information from this or add it to contextual knowledge in your exam depending on what the question is asking you. Hopefully you found that useful. I know it was quite a quick video. There are only a few key terms here today, so make sure that you understand each of them, and if you're not sure on a key term, you make yourself a note card or maybe add it to a glossary if you're making them based on the videos. You can also subscribe to keep up to date with all of the videos that I'm releasing over this summer break, because I'm not necessarily being as active on social media at the moment. Although you can still follow me on social media at media_revision for Twitter and GCSE Media Revision for Instagram. You can also pop comments, suggestions, ideas in the comments section below. I do read through every single one of them, so make sure that you leave me a message below. Also, if you've subscribed but you've not had your shout out yet, make sure you let me know in that comment section so I can add you to the next video. And I'll see you guys later.